Hello and welcome to another Load Up Crypto update. Here we want to talk about an updated analysis of the ETH-BTC chart. I did it last week and I just want to take another look at if Ethereum is primed to outperform Bitcoin also in the future. We purely look at it today from an analysis point of view, technical analysis. We take a look at the Elliott waves. I talked about that in the last video as well. And we are now continuing to see that play out as well currently. So let's take a look at the overall chart here. We're on the weekly. As I suggested or said already in the last video on the ETH-BTC chart, by the way, it's the Binance chart. You can see that we saw here an impulsive wave to the upside that was in June 2017. That was the first larger wave one on this chart. This was when Ethereum really kicked off and outperformed Bitcoin massively. Such a wave one is always an impulsive wave. Overall there will be 5 waves. So it will eventually, for everybody who's not familiar with the Elliott waves, it will look like this: a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 and a 5. That means if this analysis is correct, we should see over the years Ethereum outperform Bitcoin massively, because it's just starting like that already. Okay, so we have seen now this wave 1, and we also saw a wave 2 correction. So the wave 2 is always the corrective wave, correcting the impulsive wave that happened before. What does it mean now? This means we should be, in an ideal case now, we should be in a wave 3. As already indicated here from the last video. A wave 3 in an uptrend is normally the most bullish wave. That means we should really start to kick off. And one target, if we take a look at the Fibonacci extensions, one target, or actually the minimum target that you would expect for a wave 3, is the 1.618 Fibonacci extension of the wave 1 that takes us to 0.26 BTC. And that would be from today, what would it be? More than a 3x. Yeah, so how long that takes, nobody knows. Yeah, to forecast or predict how long a price movement takes is pretty much impossible. But what we can see is that we are on the right track. Okay, so what you need to understand about the Elliott waves is that each of these waves consists of subwaves, and also they adhere to the Elliott wave rules, which means in this subwave of the wave 3 that we can see on the chart there, so we're obviously in the wave 3, but the wave 3 contains subwaves, and these are 5 waves. So you can already see the white labeling here. We already have seen the wave 1, we've seen the wave 2, and we are now in the wave 3 of the wave 3. Should normally be the most bullish wave. Now, what have we already seen? So I would say within, again, the wave 3 in itself also consists of 5 waves. In here we've seen, and that's the orange wave count, already 3 waves as well. We've seen the wave 4 very clearly, and we're now in the wave 5, I believe. That means we should be now in an impulsive wave to the upside, suggesting that also over the next few weeks and possibly months, Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. Now, what you can clearly see here is that we have already done the 1, the 2, the 3. This again is a 5-wave move to the upside, yeah, and a wave 4 is a 3-wave move. You can count very nicely 3 waves. As soon as we had 3 waves complete, you saw this reaction to the upside, which is playing out now in the wave 5 here of the wave 3. If we were to go much smaller, into the smaller time frame, we would be able to, or we would have to wait now for 5 waves to play out as well. So it will look like something like that. Yeah, 5 waves within the wave 5. Completing the wave 3 as part of the larger wave 3. So that's pretty much where we are. And overall, yeah, we are now looking here at Ethereum going higher, breaking eventually the 0.08 BTC level, or 0.088. Yeah, that will be a very, very important level. You could even call it a bit of a cup and handle pattern that is emerging here. Yeah, so this will be highly, highly interesting. And we are getting on track. Since the last video, we've made good progress. Yeah, good progress. And Ethereum is on its way. Yeah, so we also can take a look at the sort of longer time frame, the longer term target, because eventually, how will it be? There will be such a wave 4 coming down as well. So as soon as you see the wave 5 play out, no, the wave 3, there will be a wave 4 and a wave 5. So I'm going to label that now on the chart briefly. So if someone hasn't yet had any exposure to the Elliott waves, it can be a bit complicated, but I'm going to show you what would need to happen from to make this bullish scenario work. Yeah, I mean, this is not guaranteed to play out, but this is exactly what needs to happen to see the bullish scenario unfold. If we are following that, it should happen like that. So we should now see a move up in a wave 3. We will then see a correction in a wave 4. It's always a corrective wave, not a very strong one. And then we should see a move up in a wave 5. That will complete the wave 3 in yellow. From here we should see a move down in the wave 4 in yellow, which again, all of these waves have subwaves. And then we should see a move up to wave 5. Now, can we already calculate the price target for the wave 5? Well, we can. This will not be super accurate yet, but it's sort of the textbook target. To be fair, we'd actually be looking at something like the 2.618 extension for the wave 5. So I haven't got the proportions right on this chart now, but that's not so important now. Just because the wave 3 can never be the shortest wave. Roughly like that. We'd be looking actually for the wave 5 at the 0.427 BTC. Now that's massive. Yeah, that's massive. From today, I mean, somewhere up there, yeah, we're looking at a 500% increase. Now that will take years to play out. I mean, look at how long this took. Just the wave 1 and the wave 2. If I measure that, oh no, just look at the time. I mean, this took basically from 2016. Yeah, I mean, it took 6 years, yeah, 5 to 6 years, depending on where you measure, for this wave 1 and 2 to play out. And we're now in the wave 3 and we only really just started. So it will take years to play out. But it will show you, it shows you the performance and the potential of the ETH-BTC chart and of Ethereum compared to Bitcoin and the performance over the years. That will obviously also reflect itself on the BTC USD and ETH USD chart. Alright, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.